Parents illuminated the grass birds tweeted happily in their nest and children giggled happily. It was a Friday afternoon and I had walked out of school and making my way home. I was chatting happily with my friend who stays next to my block beside mine, and we usually walk home together. That day was no exception. My neighbor had told me that she would be visiting her friend, so I had to stay at my neighbor's house. I lived at level 8 while my neighbor lived at level 4. When I reached my block, I said goodbye to my friend and made my way up using the lift. It was only to find that my neighbor was not at home. I was so anxious that I had nowhere to go. My mother would have told my neighbor about me going over, but no one was in. I paced up and down in front of my neighbor's house, not knowing what to do. I did not have my mobile phone with me, so I could not go over to my friend's house, and there was no way I could contact with my neighbor. I walked over to a corner, sat down and thought hard of a way to contact my mother. My head was filled with thoughts and I could not find a way to help myself. I felt so small and helpless. Then I heard a loud. I looked up and saw the door of the house behind my neighbor's was open. Then out stepped was an Indian lady dressed in an orange sari. She looked at me with a twinkle in her eye. She was thin like a rain and walked with small tiny steps. She smiled from ear to ear and asked, "Little boy, can I help you?" I seized the golden opportunity and quickly said, "Yes, yes, please," with a watermelon smile. The lady then led me into a house which smelled like cinnamon. Inside, I found a young girl and a boy playing hide and seek gleefully for permission to use her phone to call my mother. She too was unsure why my neighbor wasn't home, and when the Indian lady overheard our conversation, she kindly extended the invitation for me to remain in her house till my mother's return. I then learned that her name was Mrs. Siva, and she told me her names respectively Priya and Rahul. Mrs. Siva was very kind to me and offered me some snacks. Not long, my mother came to pick me up, and she was very grateful to Mrs. Siva, and they soon became friends. It was from this incident